The last part of chapter 79 was one of these outstanding passages in the Yoga Vasishta, Queen Chudala's Song of Radiance. Queen Chudala has realised the truth through self-inquiry. I didn't want to interrupt it at the time, but just a couple of things which might be worth commenting. She's the ruler of the universe. I am the ruler of the universe. Clearly this isn't the usual idea of ruler, some kind of political sovereign entity. But there's the realization that everything is arising in consciousness, including yourself, and that you're the center, or this here is the center of the universe. There's a realization that here is the center of the universe. And in terms of ownership, you own everything. You're in an intimate relationship with everything. There's nothing to be gained, nothing else to be gained. And when you hear this expression, you sometimes get the impression, well, you're just forgetting about a lot of things. Not at all. There's nothing to be gained because everything has been gained. So this statement, I am the ruler of the universe, is a way of expressing this complete intimacy with everything. And we got this other sentence, this I am not. In truth I am, nor am I. So this I am, whatever you think of yourself, whatever you think of the nature of yourself, you're not that. In truth I am, nor am I. So we can say I am, but there's no I. I am the all, I am not. So we can say, as a result of this intimate relationship with everything, I am all, but we're also none of these things. I sport with attenuated states of attraction and repulsion. So this is conditioning, this is the craving still, craving and aversion, still going on. It still wants to pull us into its vortex. But the Queen is so established in self-realization and self-knowledge that she sees these things in a playful way. They have no real power over her anymore. And this is a pleasure in itself. It's a pleasure to see these things, these forces, if you like, which once drove us with such compulsions to be little playthings. So this is Queen Chudala's realization. She's been explaining this to her husband, Sikhidhvaja. Unable to understand the Queen's words, Sikhidhvaja laughed at them and said, "You are childish and ignorant, my dear, and surely you are prattling." Now this is classic. Sikhidhvaja and Chudala were great lovers, and they both endeavoured into spiritual understanding together. They studied the scriptures, they listened to the holy people. So Sikhidhvaja should recognise his wife's attainment. But he's a man. He's a man. And that male ego is not going to let him acknowledge his wife's attainment. And we're going to hear more about this later on, and hear about the extreme measures Chudala had to go to get through to her husband. But the word sexism obviously didn't exist 1,000 years ago. It probably wasn't even a concept. There was not even such a concept as sexism. But this seems to me to be what the Yoga Vasishta is pointing us at here. it is pointing us at this very deep and subtle prejudice of the male ego in respect to the potentials of women. So we've heard her sublime song of radiance, and Sikhidhvaja, who's well versed in the scriptures, describes her as prattling, having abandoned something for nothing, having abandoned real substances and attained the state of nothingness. How does one shine resplendent? He should realise this. He should know this himself. He's well versed in these teachings. But now he's being stupid. Even as an angry man rejects a bed, if one abandons pleasures, boasting, I delight in unenjoyed pleasures, it is not conducive to delight. So if you abandon things out of anger, this is not about delight, it's not the same thing. When one abandons everything, pleasures, etc., and thinks he delights in emptiness, that does not make any sense. Nor does it make any sense if one thinks he is happy after having renounced clothes, food, bed, etc. I am not the body, nor am I anything else. Nothing is everything. What else are these statements but sheer prattle? I do not see what I see, and I see something else. These two are nothing but prattle. Never mind, enjoy the pleasures that are afforded to you. I shall continue to sport with you. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself, dear. There, dear. Just you be happy.